In this video, I'll show you an automation that lets you create short videos in minutes without manual editing. You can use it to promote your products, share updates when something important is happening, or quickly turn blog posts and links into engaging videos. Everything starts from Airtable. All you have to do is insert the main URL, set the status, and choose whether you want the video to be published on social media or not. Then you add the voiceover text for the intro, the voiceover text for the end, and an avatar image. These are the only parts you need to handle manually, and I've intentionally left them this way because it gives you full control over how the avatar looks. You can reuse the same character, change poses, expressions, or styles, and keep a consistent visual identity across all your videos. I'll show you how to create a talking avatar using your own image or an AI-generated one, how to generate a scrolling screenshot video, and how to place it at the beginning or the end of your video. You'll also see how to merge videos and audio, add subtitles to the final result, and automatically publish everything on social networks. Before I explain how everything works step by step, let me first show you a few demos. This way you can see the final results and understand what this automation can actually create. After that, I'll walk you through exactly how it's built. GPT 5.2 handles complex tasks more accurately, delivers clearer answers, and adapts better to real-world use. OpenAI just launched GPT 5.2. It's faster, smarter, and better at reasoning than ever before. What if your business ran itself? Welcome to Automation Tribe, AI and no-code automations, built with Make.com and n8n. Get ready to use workflows that automatically create videos, blog posts, and social media content, and publish them everywhere for you. From short-form video automation to AI agents and content. Get 20 premium bundles in one deal, covering design, marketing, productivity, and more. One payment, massive savings. Get 20 premium bundles in one deal. Stop paying monthly for tools you need. In the first video, you'll notice that the influencer avatar appears at the beginning. However, Fal.ai currently has a small issue with the second part of the video. You may hear some unusual audio artifacts, which seem to come from how the two videos are merged using FFmpeg. I've already contacted their support team to understand what's going on. If you look at the second video or one of the later examples, you'll see that placing the scrolling screenshot at the end works very well. In this case, both the video and the audio are clean and consistent. Now let me show you exactly how this was created. We will start with Airtable. The first column is main URL. This is where you add the link you want to promote. The automation will use this URL to generate a scrolling screenshot video automatically. This field is set as a URL type. The second column is status, and it has two values, to do and done. Whenever you create a new entry, you should always start with to do. Once the automation finishes, the status can be updated to done. The third column is published on social. Here I use a service called Blotato. I've featured this tool many times on the channel, and if you want to support my work, you'll find an affiliate link in the description. Next, we have voiceover text intro. This is where you manually write the intro text. This text will be combined with the image from the avatar image column to generate a talking avatar video with lip sync. For this, I'm using Kling Avatar V2 Pro from Fal.ai. After that comes voiceover text end. This text is also written manually, but instead of generating an avatar, it will be converted into an audio file. That audio will later be merged with the scrolling screenshot video. Then we have voiceover sound intro and voiceover sound end. Both of these are attachment type fields that store the generated audio files. Next is voiceover sound duration. This value is automatically extracted from the screenshot video and is used to keep everything properly synced. After that, we have calm intro avatar, which is the same avatar image attached earlier, followed by scrolling screenshot, no sound. What if your business? Then we have complete end video, which represents the merged result of the screenshot and voiceover. Next comes the final video, followed by video with subtitles. After that, we have social post, which is a long text field. This is where the automation generates the post that will be shared on social networks. The last column is called empty sound. Despite the name, this is actually an empty video. I use it to normalize the screenshot video because the screenshot service doesn't generate videos at 30 frames per second. This extra step allows me to convert everything to 30 frames per second, so both videos match perfectly before merging. Now let me show you how I built this automation inside n8n. Before we continue, please note that you can download both the automation and the Airtable base from my school community. You'll find the link as the first link in the description. Once you have access, all you need to do is create a new work, click on the 3 dots in the top right corner, and import the automation from there. The automation starts with a simple trigger node. The second node is a set node, where I add 2 API keys, one from Fal.ai, one from ScreenshotOne. Please don't try to copy these API keys because I'll remove them before publishing this video. The third node is Airtable. Here, make sure you select the correct base and table, and don't forget to add the filter by formula. I recommend copying my formula exactly as you see it on the screen. Next, we move on to generating the voiceover audio for the avatar. For this step, I'm using the ElevenLabs API via Fal.ai, and it requires 3 important nodes. The first one is an HTTP request node. Please configure it exactly as shown on the screen. After that, I add a wait node, because the audio generation takes a bit of time. The third node is another HTTP request node, which retrieves the generated audio file. Again, make sure your settings match mine. Once the sound is ready, I use another Airtable node to update the record and save the audio into the voiceover sound intro column. Finally, I add one more wait node, because sometimes Airtable needs a few seconds to finish updating the record before the automation continues. The second row works exactly the same as the previous one, but this time it uses the text from the voiceover text end column. This voiceover will later be merged with the scrolling screenshot video. I won't go through this row step by step because the setup is identical. The only difference is that instead of referencing the first text, you'll reference the second voiceover text. For the next row in this automation, I extract the metadata of the second voiceover sound. This step is important because I want the scrolling screenshot video to match the exact length of the audio. Keep in mind that scrolling screenshots can be a maximum of 30 seconds, so when you write your text in Airtable, make sure it's not too long. To do this, I use another endpoint from Fal.ai called metadata. The most important thing here is mapping the audio URL into the media_URL field. The rest of this row works the same as the previous ones. I extract the needed values and update them in Airtable. I won't go into every detail here to keep things efficient. The next row is where I generate the intro avatar video. I'll focus on the HTTP request node, because that's the most important part. Here, you need to map the image URL and the audio URL, and choose the aspect ratio. In my case, I'm using a vertical format, perfect for short-form videos. Once the video is generated, the rest of the row simply saves the result back into Airtable. The following row is where I generate the scrolling screenshot video. For this step, I use a service called ScreenshotOne. I recommend pausing the video here and carefully checking the settings on this node. ScreenshotOne offers a lot of customization options, and their documentation is very good if you want to go further. Since ScreenshotOne returns the video in binary format, I upload it to Google Drive, then make it accessible via a public link. For safety and future use, I also save this video inside Airtable in the scrolling screenshot no sound column. Let me show the result. The next steps in the automation are used to normalize the scrolling screenshot video. ScreenshotOne generates videos at 15 frames per second, but for proper merging later, I need everything at 30 FPS. Because of that, I add another row in the automation. In this row, I use an HTTP request node with the Fal.ai merge videos endpoint. The key setting here is target_FPS set to 30. What happens is simple. I merge two videos. The scrolling screenshot video generated in the previous step, a short empty video stored in Airtable in the empty sound column. Using this trick, the ScreenshotOne video is re-encoded and normalized to 30 frames per second, making it compatible with the rest of the workflow. The next steps in the automation are used to merge the videos and the audio. For this part, I use another API endpoint from Fal.ai called Merge Audio and Video. With this set of nodes, I merge the normalized scrolling screenshot video, now at 30 frames per second, with the second voiceover audio generated by ElevenLabs. This step gives us a clean video where the scrolling screenshot is perfectly synced with the voiceover and ready for the final composition. Welcome to Automation Tribe, AI and no-code automations, built with Make.com and n8n. Get ready to use workflows. If you want to publish this video on your social networks, the next step is to create a new node using OpenAI, Message a Model. Here I ask the LLM to generate a short, ready-to-post social media caption based on the content of the video. Make sure to check the prompt I'm using, because this is what controls the tone and the final result. After that, the final nodes in the automation come from Blotato. I've used this service in many of my tutorials, whenever I share content on social networks, and it makes the publishing process very simple. And that's it. With this automation, you can go from a URL or a blog post to a fully edited video with voiceover, subtitles, and a social media post, all automatically. If you found this useful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check the links in the description to download the automation and the Airtable base. See you in the next tutorial.